Title: Discussing the spoilers for One Piece Chapter 1125. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Before we dive into all the epic events from the explosive Chapter 1125 of One Piece, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything. Alright, let's get into the video. My friends, what were those spoilers? The post-Egghead arc seems to be starting, at least according to the spoilers, and it looks like we might be heading into a short transition arc before the Elbaf arc. And wow, it's already kicking off strong, starting with the chapter's title. How to define death. Well, we've been hearing for a while now that Vegapunk's death might not be a real death. And yeah, that's exactly what Chapter 1125 is showing us. However, we also have the possible resurrection of Vegapunk, if we can call it that, but we do have the death of another character. We see Saturn talking with the Vice Admirals, who are regretting their failure in the mission. They even mention that they might go to Elbaf to chase after the Straw Hats, but Saturn tells them that's not necessary. In a way, everything was a success. The only issue was the message Vegapunk sent. Honestly, I wonder what those Vice Admirals could even do in Elbaf. If they couldn't beat the Straw Hats while surrounding them, imagine them going after the crew on the Giants' land. They'd be wiped out. Saturn basically saved their lives here. Then we see that Punk Records, where Vegapunk's brain is, rises because of the cloud machine that was mentioned in the previous chapter. York tries to stop it, but it's too late. A new Vegapunk is born, made up of Shaka, Edison, Pythagoras, and Atlas. I'm really curious to see what this new Vegapunk is like, whether it looks like Stella or is a completely new character. But I wonder what plot Oda is planning with this. And York are still alive. Why do we need another Vegapunk? We'll see what Oda has in store. Now let's get to the big moment of the chapter, at least in my opinion. In Mary Ajoy's, in the room of the highest authorities, we see that a new Gorosei has been appointed, the new warrior god of science. His name is Figurland Garling. The possible father of Shanks was appointed because in Egghead, we see Saturn begging for mercy. I really want to see this scene, but I admit seeing that old man begging will be one of the most satisfying moments of the whole year. Saturn turns to bones amidst black flames that melt him down. It's the end of Gorosei Saturn, and wow. What a moment, my friends. This confirms there's a connection between Imu-sama and the Gorosei. I'm even more convinced of the theory that Imu-sama is the true demon and that this demon lends power to the Gorosei. Imu-sama is probably also responsible for their immortality. Can we call the Gorosei satellites of Imu-sama then? Well, I don't think so because they weren't created out of nowhere. I believe Imu-sama just lends them power. They probably made a pact with this demon called Imu. We also learn how the Gorosei get their positions, which means that possibly all the current Gorosei were holy knights in the past. Another question, what can Katarina Devon do now that she has Saturn's appearance since the world government knows he's dead? What has Oda prepared for this? The chapter ends in Kamabaka, with Koala summarizing Vegapunk's message, and Dragon saying they need to end this as quickly as possible. The war for the best places on Earth is about to start. And here we have a lot of open questions. What do they need to end as quickly as possible? What do they need to do? That's a big question for the revolutionaries. We'll see if we finally get to see them in action. There's no break next week, which is why we didn't have a big cliffhanger. This chapter was insane, showing that the small post-Egghead arc has begun, and I believe we'll get some crazy information. Remember, these were just the initial spoilers. We'll still have more spoilers, and we'll get the full summary this Wednesday, September 4th. The chapter scans drop on September 5th, and I'll bring the narrated chapter here as soon as possible. Chapter 1, 1125, officially drops on Manga Plus on September 8th. What are your expectations for this chapter? Based on these initial spoilers, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. What about you? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time, and thanks for watching.